For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we've relied on old grannies and my spiteful wife, who no longer lets me in my own kitchen anymore for recipes for our Thanksgiving treats. But that all changes today. I'm Heath, the horse Bunne, and on Feast for One, we're gonna be learning some new Thanksgiving recipes. So giddy up, tut tut, let's go! Nothing heats my holiday hee-haws like some signature sides, or as I call them, table pleasers. And nothing's more pleasing to me than my famous mushed potatoes. My famous mushed potatoes. And I know that you think mushed potatoes are boring. I know you've said it before. I've had mushed potatoes. There's nothing new about that. There's nothing interesting about that. But there is something interesting about that. I'm putting my Punisher sauce on it. I'm putting my Punisher sauce right on top. Potato crowns. You see them every day. You walk by them all the time in the aisles. You see them all the time. Potato crowns. And you say, what are those? I don't buy those. I don't buy those. I don't buy those. But you will be buying them because I use them in my famous mushed potatoes. My famous mushed potatoes. My famous mushed potatoes use potato crowns. And when we have potato crowns, we thaw them out overnight. Novel idea, I think, but it actually is really smart because you leave them out, they get soft, and then you don't have to mush hard, frozen potatoes. Alright, well, on to making the potatoes. What we do, first step is kind of get them out of the package, alright? You want to take your crowns, you want to put them into the bowl. I always just open them like that. And you get a look in there right there, and they're kind of pale at the moment. But after we brown the crowns, they will be nice and golden brown crowns. And now let's put these into, you want to use all of our brown crowns in here. And that's going to give you about half a bowl's worth. Now this would be pretty boring if we just kept it here, but it would still be delicious. We have, I like to aerate these. I like to give it a little bit of air. Air getting in between each brown crown will allow it to aerate and oxygenize, and you will actually deoxidize. Now that we have our potatoes in the bowl, it's time to spice them up. And I'll be using my signature spice blender. We'll be using my signature spice blend to really kick things up a notch. So here we have a tablespoon of paprika, and then we'll add some cumin, a little bit of oregano, some thyme, fresh grated nutmeg, celery salt, sage, coriander, allspice, a little bit of cayenne, now that's going to provide some heat. Dried parsley. Celery seed. Fung. Dried sprout. Turmeric. Ground ginger. Elderroot. Brittle pond. Scribes de Provence. smoked paprika. And that's actually going to give us a little beautiful earthiness, some smokiness. Lavender. Fennel seed. Traddington's root. Ground clove. Chervil. Cardamom. Toast it first, that's how you're gonna get more flavor out of it. Speckled wormwood. Sorrel. Anise. Spiced espagnolia. Ed Red. Charlotte Light. Muddy Bugger. Crushed red pepper. Crunched red pepper. Dripping Oscars. And that is all the spices in my signature spice blend. Now mix the spices with the brown crowns until you have a mushed consistency throughout. So actually I was reading that what we have now is this supercomputer called the Kraken from the University of Tennessee. And when this thing is going to get plugged into the election, we're going to plug this thing right into the election, and it's going to narrow down the Dominion votes, where the votes were flipped from Trump to Biden, and then it's going to flip those votes right back. Actually, it's going to flip them right back from Biden to Trump, and we'll be able to get this thing done and over with finally, and I'll get my money back from the bet that has led me to just basically sleeping on the couch every single night and being alone. It's not right here. But and then remove the bay leaf before you cook this thing. That's not going to be edible at any point. Remove the bay leaf. All right. Well, I'm going to go throw this in the microwave, and I will be right back. Hi, and welcome back. Now, there seems to be a lot of things on Turkey Day that people tell you every year, and they just don't seem to be true. It seems like these people just keep thinking these things over and over again, and they don't look into it. They don't do the research. They don't think, are these actually things you need to do? And one of those main things that is not true at all, like many things that my wife has said to me over the last week and over the last 10 years of our relationship, is that the turkey has to take all day, and it's really hard to cook, and you brine this, and you do all this other stuff, or you're basically just slapping a turkey around all day. You're in the kitchen doing basically nothing, in my opinion, and it's just not going to stand anymore. There's ways around it. You can do it very quickly. You can do it, take you no time at all. You can spend the day hanging out on the couch and drinking Michelob Light with your friends, the Ultra Light, and basically there's a good shortcut, and that shortcut is right here. Okay? Now these are my famous chicken nibblers, and these are from my favorite brand, Encore. Now Encore isn't your Mazda, it isn't your Honda, it isn't your shitty car. This is your American car. This is a Cadillac. This is the Cadillac of chicken nibblers, all right? And I know that it's not turkey. I know that, all right? But turkey and chicken are the exact same thing, all right? They have the same facial stuff. They're birds, they have feathers, and they are actually scientifically proven to be the exact same bird, okay? And this actually are chicken nibblers. These are breaded and cooked, and they actually have the rib meat. And rib meat's actually where all the flavor comes from, all right? Rib meat comes from, I think, in between rib. Rib meat comes from rib. And that's what I love about it, because rib is tender and juicy, and we've all had rib. We've all had rib, and we've always loved it. And that's what's so good about these. Now these, I'm gonna bust these open, okay? Come in here and see these, because this is it. That is perfection. This is already made, and the aroma is coming off of it. It reminds me of going to a Wendy's, actually. Reminds me of going into a Wendy's where they have hot food that's perfectly good for anybody. But these are going to be our protein for the day, and these are going to be a lifesaver for you on Turkey Day. So let's get cracking on that. All right, and obviously we're not going to be able to, we want these chicken nibblers, we want them to look like a turkey. So what we do is we kind of repurpose them, and that's why I got out the old blendy. This is kind of like the power tool of the kitchen, all right? This thing really purrs. This thing can cook, all right? So basically what we'll do is we'll take our chicken nibblers. Those will go directly into our blendy. Let's just do them all. I don't know who I'm kidding. No one's going to come over and eat these things. It's just going to be me this year. But I guess that's fine. Now that we have our chicken nibblers in our trusted blender, we need something to bind them together. And what I like to use is nature's glue, and that's the egg. Chicken egg or turkey. If you can get a turkey egg. That would be cool, actually, if you could get a turkey egg. That would be awesome. I don't know if you can do that. But here's our, we're going to use chicken egg for this. And then, why don't you get a little close up here of me cracking this thing. So I want to see how people do. A lot of people like to do this, which is wrong. A lot of people go on a flat surface. That's wrong as well. Here's what you do. I can't get it. You're going to squeeze it out. 3, 2. Well, we're in the garage and we have our tools, so let me just see if we can't. Let's get a second try on this, and that's why we're in the garage. That's why we're in the garage. You can't find this in the kitchen, right, Martha? All right, so this should work. So now that you have it in there, just kind of get it going, and then the vise should kind of crack it through, and then that's how you don't want the shell in there. You don't want the shell in there. But these are actually a lot more useful than people give them credit. So one egg is in. Just kind of move that around. If you get in here on this, I just want to show people that you have egg on top. But you want to get that into the bottoms and into the sides. Because that's actually going to bind everything together. Should have brought a towel. We use the here, and then thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So then second thing is we want our bird to be juicy. All right. We want a juicy bird, and that's why I use ham, which is named after meat. ham beer, which I don't know if it has ham in it, is named after meat, and you can't go wrong with that. So we'll crack one of those boys open, and we'll kind of get that in there. And this actually is going to make for a very juicy bird. This should actually, is going to be a big juice. It's going to have big aroma and big flavor. That's what I'm looking forward to. All right, so then blender goes on, and you want to be able to get this on just right. Now, with a lot of these blenders, they trick you on how to get it on, but that's just not how it goes. And then you turn power on, and then we'll just blend this baby. Now we'll let that sucker go. I don't put it on high. All right, and now we have our mixture here. We want to take that off, and then all of this is going on to here. All right, big pieces coming off first, I guess. And then kind of get that on there. And no, we do not leave any in there, because this is flavor. This is a big flavor right here. This, don't even leave a little bit, because you spent like all this time making all this food, and now everyone's gonna eat it. But, all right, so when you get to this point, we do need to form this into the shape of a bird. And that's easy. Just kind of think of a bird. What does a bird look like? You know, what's that like? And then you kind of, like, he has breasts, so that, and then something like that. Like that would be breast mark. And then back here would be dark meat, and here's your white meat, and here's your unders. And then rib meat's gonna be in there as well. But it's all rib meat. But you're thinking, I see this, I'm thinking, this isn't turkey, where's the legs? Well, that's where you come in, this comes in handy. All right? Get yourself a bone like this, kind of break it in half. You can just kind of like shove it in there, kind of mop it up to prop up, and then get this one on there. And I don't know about you, but that's where I come from, that's turkey. And this is gonna take almost no time to cook. This is cooked. I could eat this raw if I wanted to, but I won't. But I could if I wanted to, but I won't do it. I mean, I could take a little. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's good. But yeah, so this is our Thanksgiving turkey. This is our dinner. This is lunch leftovers the next day. When you make little sandwiches, this is it. Now this is going to go into the oven at about 4. This is going to go into the oven at 400 degrees, and it's going to bake in the middle rack for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then you remove it, and you got to be careful. But that's fine. But this puppy, this is my Thanksgiving turkey. And there you have it. These are my famous monster truck mushed potatoes. Only one thing missing from these bad boys would be my Punisher sauce. It'll be right here. Now, Punisher sauce is a delicious umami sauce. Umami being the 5th taste on your tongue, and it's right at the top of the tongue. This is that exact sauce here. We're just gonna pour that right on there. Don't mind any clumps. Don't do anything. Don't mind clumps. Don't mind anything like that. This is a beauty. And this is delicious. This takes every dish over the edge. And let's just smooth it out. That was probably too much Punisher sauce. This is spicy. I told you I like to eat spicy. All right, with my Punisher sauce, and maybe I did add too much Punisher sauce. That was just a little mistake. But Robert Ross always says a happy little mistake, and I'm not the type of person that will focus in on the negative and focus in on just mistakes. Focus in on the idea that nothing is good in the world. No, it's all shit. Everything is bad, because I don't think like that. Not like you. You think like that. I don't think like that, because I'm a good person and I'm happy with the choices that I've made in my life. So here it is, my monster truck mashed potatoes. Coming up next, we'll be diving into the meat of the potatoes, the turkey. All right, welcome back. I think our turkey is just about done, so let's go ahead and check in on it and see if it's ready to be cut up. And look at that. It's just done. Look at that. Perfect golden brown. That's exactly what you're looking for in a Thanksgiving turkey. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'll be doing the honors tonight, but when you cook this, make sure that you are the one that cuts it up, because you are the one that made it. And you're the one that should be able to get the glory for making something like this, and you're not just left and thrown away like nothing. No one. You're alone. No one loves you. But you're going to be able to cut up your own turkey on this turkey day, because you've got everything you need. So here it is. I'm more of a dark meat guy, so I think I'll probably start towards the back of the turkey. So let's go ahead and get in here, and we'll see if we can't get a good slice here out of the back. And I always like to remove the bones. So there's the bone. That is going to be great meat right there. Right there. Listen to that. Look at that. That is going to be, that's when it's crispy like that, you know that it's done as well. Let's get our first piece out of there. Like that. And we'll put it right here. And let's take a look at that. Is that done or what? Perfect texture. You know it's still juicy because look how soft it gets in the middle. And that's, you know, never going to dry out on you. That is something really nice. And it's really good. I think I'll be taking a big bite out of this. I might eat this whole thing before we even get to the table, actually. So this is very good. You know what? You really taste the ham. And there's a good level of salt in there as well. Herbaceous, crispy, rich. It is delicious. I could eat the whole thing, but I won't do it. But this is it. This is my famous turkey dinner. But yeah, you're gonna love this. Your family's gonna love it if you have one. And what a day it's been. I hope that you have a wonderful turkey day, and things are gonna look up for you soon, and you'll be able to cook like me, and you'll be able to do this all the time just like me. And I have this whole thing to eat, so let's not delve on that. And for more of what you've seen today, go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. And follow me on YouTube and iTunes and radio stores.
What about Parler?
And if you like what you've seen today, go ahead and follow me on Parler, Dan Bojingo's famous app that for no censorship, please.